See the sign. This is a National Forest campground, y'all. It's usually pretty cheap. How cheap is it? $24, really? Or $48? Oh, daily fee, double site. The daily fee. What's the $12 written by that number 1 on the sign?
It's a golden pass.
Oh, if you have a golden pass. I've never seen a National Forest Service campground at $24. Man. Well, I'm guessing this one, see, they got campfire wood for sale. That's why.
No water.
No water?
That's it.
And they want $24. Well, you guys Class A in there. Look at that. Look at these trees, will you?
So this campground, you could get a big RV across the way now.
Yeah.
Let's go there out here.
What, a Vista? No. A lot of Forest Service campgrounds are way back in the forest. They're little bitty. I mean like 8 sites. They usually have a hand pump at a well for water, an outhouse for toilet, and no trash. And you're responsible to haul out your own trash. And a lot of those campsites, free. Well, used to be. It's been some years.
Why this is so expensive? You're near
The lake?
And there's a path right to the beach.
Yeah. Okay, that's it.
It's a beach.
Yeah. You look into these campsites, you'll see they have a bear-proof food cabinet. Some years ago, we camped somewhere, and they had one of those. And man, for the life of me, I couldn't get that bear-proof cabinet open. So, what I did was, I hiked back into the woods quite a ways, and I found myself a bear. I brought him back to camp, and he showed me how to open it. That's the trick.
I've heard that before, but it's still funny.
Well, it's like when you get medicine. When you get medicine with a child-proof container lid, you may have to find yourself a child to show you how to open it. A little pond next to us. Oh, those are rocks. I thought they were ducks. These bumps we're going over, those are tree roots.
Oh, I think it might be.
It is it's a beautiful place.
Stay one night.
Now we're like 7,400 feet here, and even though it's July and it's a warm day, oh, it's not. Okay, remember we left our campground down at the lower elevation at about 3,500 feet or 3,000, whatever. It was 88 degrees when we left. It's 71 up here. It's going to get cold as hell tonight. I mean, I bet you it gets in the 30s here tonight. So I don't think I'd want to camp in a tent up here. Oh, there are people do it. Oh, look at that lake. Isn't that pretty? And I bet there's fish in there. I bet you. Another reason it's $24. Look at the nice pavement. A lot of Forest Service, just dirt. That barbecue on a post they got there looks pretty new.
Look how many reservations there are. It's a popular.
Yeah. Another guy walking his dog. And your kids would just have a grand old time playing amongst all these rocks and going down to the lake. These two little fellas. Got double trouble there, do you?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, I can tell. She don't know what trouble is till they get to be teenagers. I don't know if that was mama or grandmama. If that's mama, she'll know trouble when they get to be teenagers. at that rock. That is... What the hell? That almost looks like lava. It's like molten. I don't know if glaciers came through here or not. Glaciers usually leave a valley behind. We're not in a valley. There's a potty. They don't have the big vent stacks on that one. Unless that's a flush toilet. Because most of the outhouses got those monster vent stacks. It's an old one right there. Love that nice sloped front end they got for aerodynamics. Can't hurt their gas mileage at all. See, there's a guy reservation right there. For something called mini and a mini winnie, that is a long rig. That's got to be 32 foot. That is a long rig. See, his site was so tipped he had to put blocks under his jacks to get his rig tipped up high enough in the front to level it. If that happens, I guess we're going to have to buy some blocks. Our rig's so heavy though, we can't use those cheap ones from Walmart like our pickup had. The ones I'm looking at, they're like $20 a piece. Man. There's an old Airstream. Looks like a little shorty one. It kind of looks like an old one too. Yeah, he's got some dents in the side, you can tell. That aluminum on the Airstream looks real good. The aluminum is real susceptible to dings. You look at it cross your eyes and it'll crease. It's like a nice campground. We've been by here dozens of times over the years, but we never stayed here. Like I said, once you get here, there's not much happening, and you're kind of far from any place to go, to travel to. Yeah, so you come here. Well, there are probably trails in the area. You could go down to the lake, wade or fish.
It's a good place to come and
Just sit.
quiet and read.
Those are some fancy looking chairs I had to see them. Looking.
You want to just hang out and enjoy the
Yeah, just sit and read and
This is the place.
have a campfire going all weekend. Yeah, it is. I read one time the reason they build campgrounds, why they don't just let everybody go on their own way through the forest and make their own camp wherever they see fit, is they want to concentrate all the wear and tear into one area. They don't want it spread all over the forest. And I never thought of that about that before. Poor mom. There's some tents on the right. Oh, that's the host. That's the one. Little pop-up coming in. They look young too. They must be on a week's vacation then. I just saw another pile of that stone. It looked like it had molten. Isn't that awful? You gotta have a speed bump out here. That must be the host right there with his golf cart. So, how does the host charge his golf cart? See there, right ahead of us. See it rock ahead of us, that big one? See, it looks kind of like it's been molten.